My name is Michael Rettenhouse, and I'm a special education teacher for the last 25 years. My family, when I grew up, we had this philosophy, this attitude of helping perpetuate the legend and the legacy of Santa Claus. So my grandfather would do things like throw ping pong balls on the roofs to imitate reindeer landing, and there was a whole big production on Christmas Eve. And later on, just really trying to help the younger generations appreciate the myth of Santa Claus. So building the costume took about a year, and I really wanted to be intentional about what the makeup of the costume was. So I knew that I wanted this person, this Kris Kringle, to be a woodsman. Just anybody could be Santa Claus, right? It's just somebody doing good work. So I wanted everything to be wool or leather. I chose to do brown leather for the gloves, the belt, and the boots because I didn't want to go with the traditional black. I hand embroidered Nordic runes for things like hope and charity and love into the sleeves. It's red on red, so you have to really look, and that's the point. If you're paying attention, you would notice something like that and walk off wondering, like, what was that symbol, and maybe go take a look and see what it was that was on there. I grew up knowing a lot of just the very basic Santa mythology from like the Rankin Bass television specials that were out at the time.
Wonderful! Then let's be off! Away!
I did a lot of research into St. Nicholas himself, Uller, and other different types of personifications of Santa Claus. And that's one of the things that I realized, is that different cultures perceive Santa Claus in different ways. Uller really speaks to me because he would hunt game in the winter and then leave that game on doorsteps for people that couldn't take care of themselves. He's depicted very much like a gnome or a Santa with a conical hat, and he looks very much like what you would expect an old world Santa to look like. St. Nicholas, his claim to fame was that he knew a family that had 3 marriageable daughters, but they had no dowry to be able to marry these daughters off. So he took it upon himself. He took his own gold coins over a period of a week, would put gold coins in the stockings that they had hung out to dry, and ultimately donated their dowries. I work at a high school in a special ed department, so I came as Kris Kringle, and I passed out small gifts to those students right around Christmas time as Kris Kringle. And I had a family that couldn't get pictures through a mall Santa. They connected with me, so then we set up a little backdrop and they did their family pictures with me last year, because it's not about me making a profit, it's about me doing something nice for the community.